Hello and welcome to another DGCAD Revit Building 8.1 A to Z Part 5 here. We're just on our 10th lesson on Revit families here, and we're going to talk a little bit about Revit family libraries, and it's not near as complicated as what you might think. And a library is simply a folder somewhere that has subfolders that has categorized of all your families inside of there. And there is a default one that comes with Revit, and you can almost copy that over yourself and then make that your new library, and then you can add an append to that, and that will be independent of the out-of-the-box Revit family library. So that's a good idea. Something each company should do in the beginning is to go into here, we'll see, and you add a library, and then you move it to the top and almost copy that right in your Windows Explorer. Copy all of that over, rename the folder, and that becomes your new library, and it's as easy as that. So and then once you have specified your new library location, all this really is a path pointing to a main folder. And then you can, when you say load from library, it goes to here, and if you load a component or a family member, it goes, searches there, it's a priority. And then if you say save to library, of course it goes to that particular file. So it has predetermined stuff in there. So let's just have a look at our Revit inside of here. Right here, and then we can go into there, and it's as easy as going into here and we go settings, and then we go down here to our options, and inside of here we go to file locations, and down in the bottom it says libraries. By default, if we click on here, okay, and I scroll all the way to the end, okay, we'll see that application data, Autodesk Revit 8.1 Imperial. So I can actually click on here and I can go and look. That is basically the main library, and all it is a folder, and inside of that folder it has all these annotation and columns and curtain walls and all your different families in there. So what I would do is I would take this, I would right click and copy this in Windows or your operating system, and then paste it somewhere else. And after you've done that, then you can go into here and you can say add a library location, and then I can call this, you know, my library. Company library, click on here, and then I can go browse, and then I can go to wherever I pasted that to, and I'll just go to where I've been storing stuff throughout these lessons inside of here under my Revit families, and specify that folder. Now that I've specified that folder, what I want to do is I want to move it up to the top of the pecking list, and that's all there is to it. Now I hit OK. Okay, now when I go into load, if I go component and I pick component and I say load, guess where it's going to go? It's going to go to that new location instead of going to the Revit default location. Okay, the other one that's in there is the, under settings, is the training files. I can go to here and I can take, training files, let's push that up to the top and hit OK. That's my current library. Hit escape, go to component, hit load, and guess what? It's going to go to that particular path. So that's all it really is doing, and that's quite nice and quite convenient. A lot of people scatter their Revit families all over the place. This is what we should do. We should always point it to a library location right off the bat, and then unfortunately this is our last lesson probably in families. But the other thing is, if you go into here and you go file and you say save to library, okay, save a family, then you can say, okay, if you're in a family right now, you can go specify, and of course look where it's going, into that training folder, right? One more time, settings, options, file locations, take my library, move it up to the top, hit OK, and then now if I go file and I say either save or load, save to library, save a family, it's going to go to that location. And of course I'm just piling everything in one big folder here. I don't have them categorized with subfolders, which is a no. I should do that. So that's a little bit of information on managing your families with Revit libraries.